Have you ever experienced a moment that changed your life forever? A moment that reminded you of the power of compassion and the incredible bond between humans and animals. This is the story of how a stray cat named Luna and her 3 tiny kittens transformed my life in ways I never could have imagined. It all began on a chilly autumn evening when I heard a faint meow in a dark alley. What I found there was a desperate mother cat begging for help to save her newborn kittens. Her eyes told a story of fear, survival, and hope. Against all odds, she had chosen me, a complete stranger, to trust with the lives of her babies. What followed was an emotional journey of love, responsibility, and resilience. From sleepless nights feeding the kittens to the heartwarming moments of watching them grow, this experience taught me invaluable lessons about empathy, kindness, and the impact of small acts of compassion. It wasn't just about saving Luna and her kittens, it was about discovering a deeper connection to life and the world around me. This story is a testament to the power of hope and the incredible bond between humans and animals. It's a reminder that even the smallest gestures of kindness can create ripples of change. If you've ever felt the joy of helping someone in need, or if you simply love heartwarming stories, this one is for you. So, grab a cup of tea, sit back and join me on this unforgettable journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories that remind us of the beauty of life and the power of love. Let's spread the message of compassion together, because every life, no matter how small, deserves a chance to thrive. It was a chilly autumn evening when my life changed forever. I was walking home from work, lost in my thoughts, when I heard a faint meowing sound. At first I ignored it, thinking it was just another stray cat roaming the streets. But the sound persisted, growing louder and more desperate. Curiosity got the better of me, and I decided to investigate. As I followed the sound, I found myself in a narrow alleyway littered with garbage and debris. There, huddled under a broken cardboard box, was a small, scruffy cat. Her fur was matted and her eyes were filled with fear and desperation. But what struck me the most was the way she looked at me. It was as if she was pleading for help. I knelt down slowly, trying not to scare her. "Hey there, little one," I whispered softly. "What's wrong?" The cat didn't run away. Instead, she took a few cautious steps toward me, still meowing urgently. Then she did something that completely took me by surprise. She gently grabbed the hem of my pants with her teeth and started tugging, as if trying to lead me somewhere. I was stunned. I had never seen a cat behave like this before. It was almost as if she was begging me to follow her. Against my better judgment, I decided to see where she was trying to take me. The cat led me deeper into the alley, stopping every few steps to make sure I was still following. Finally, we reached a small hidden nook behind a dumpster. There, nestled in a pile of old newspapers, were 3 tiny kittens. They were so small and fragile, their eyes barely open. My heart sank as I realized the mother cat had brought me here to save her babies. I knew I couldn't just walk away. These kittens were in danger, and their mother had trusted me to help. But what could I do? I wasn't prepared for this. I didn't have any supplies or a plan. All I had was my determination to do the right thing. I carefully picked up the kittens one by one and placed them in my jacket to keep them warm. The mother cat watched me intently, her eyes filled with a mix of hope and anxiety. "Don't worry," I told her. "I'll take care of them." With the kittens secured, I gently picked up the mother cat and carried her in my arms. She didn't resist, as if she knew I was her only chance. Together we made our way out of the alley and back to my apartment. Once inside, I quickly set up a makeshift bed for the cats using an old blanket and a cardboard box. I gave them some water and a small amount of milk, which I had read was safe for cats. The mother cat immediately started nursing her kittens, and for the first time, I saw a sense of calm in her eyes. Over the next few days, I did everything I could to care for the little family. I bought proper cat food, a litter box, and some toys. I even took them to the vet for a checkup. The vet confirmed that the kittens were healthy, but the mother cat was malnourished and needed proper care. As the days turned into weeks, I became more and more attached to the cats. The mother cat, whom I named Luna, started to trust me completely. She would curl up in my lap while I worked, purring softly. The kittens, now named Leo, Mia, and Max, grew stronger and more playful every day. They brought so much joy and laughter into my life, and I couldn't imagine my home without them. But as much as I loved them, I knew I couldn't keep all 4 cats. My apartment was too small, and I didn't have the resources to care for them long term, so I made the difficult decision to find them loving homes. I reached out to friends, family, and local animal shelters, spreading the word about the kittens. It didn't take long for people to show interest. One by one, the kittens found new families who promised to give them the love and care they deserved. It was bittersweet to see them go, but I knew it was the right thing to do. Luna, however, stayed with me. She had become a part of my life, and I couldn't bear to part with her. She was no longer the scared, desperate cat I had found in the alley. She was now a confident, loving companion who had brought so much meaning to my life. This experience taught me so much about compassion, responsibility, and the bond between humans and animals. It showed me that even the smallest acts of kindness can make a huge difference. Luna and her kittens had come into my life when I least expected it, but they had changed me in ways I never could have imagined. As I sit here now, with Luna purring softly beside me, I can't help but feel grateful for that fateful evening in the alley. It was a moment that reminded me of the power of empathy and the importance of helping those in need, no matter how small or insignificant they may seem. And so the story of Luna and her kittens is not just a tale of rescue, it's a story of love, hope, and the incredible impact that one act of kindness can have on both the giver and the receiver. This experience taught me the importance of empathy. Luna's desperate plea for help reminded me that every living being deserves compassion and care, regardless of their circumstances. Taking care of Luna and her kittens was a huge responsibility. It required time, effort, and resources, but it was worth every moment. It showed me that being responsible for another life is both challenging and rewarding. The bond I formed with Luna and her kittens was incredibly special. It reminded me of the deep connection that can exist between humans and animals, and how much they can enrich our lives. Saving Luna and her kittens was a small act of kindness, but it had a profound impact on both their lives and mine. It showed me that even the smallest gestures can make a big difference. Finding new homes for the kittens was difficult, but it taught me the importance of letting go. Sometimes, the best way to show love is to let someone go, knowing they will be better off. After bringing Luna and her kittens home, my life took on a new rhythm. I had never been a pet owner before, and suddenly I was responsible for 4 lives. The first few days were overwhelming. I spent hours researching how to care for newborn kittens and their mother. I learned about their nutritional needs, the importance of keeping them warm, and how to monitor their health. Luna, despite her initial fear, quickly adapted to her new environment. She seemed to understand that I was there to help, and she trusted me completely. She would follow me around the apartment, always keeping a watchful eye on her kittens. At night, she would curl up beside me, purring softly as if to say thank you. The kittens, on the other hand, were a bundle of energy. Leo, the largest of the 3, was the most adventurous. He was always the first to explore new corners of the apartment, often getting himself into trouble. Mia, the only female kitten, was the most affectionate. She would nuzzle against my hand whenever I picked her up, her tiny purrs melting my heart. Max, the smallest, was the shyest of the trio. He preferred to stay close to his mother, but he had a playful streak that emerged whenever his siblings were around. Caring for newborn kittens was no easy task. They needed to be fed every few hours, and since Luna was still recovering from malnutrition, I had to supplement their diet with kitten formula. I remember setting my alarm for 3 a.m. every night to ensure they were fed on time. It was exhausting, but the sight of their tiny faces made it all worthwhile. One of the biggest challenges was keeping the kittens warm. Newborn kittens cannot regulate their body temperature, so I had to create a cozy nest for them using a heating pad and soft blankets. I would check on them constantly, making sure they were comfortable and safe. Another challenge was socializing the kittens. I wanted them to grow up to be friendly and well-adjusted, so I spent hours playing with them and gently handling them. It was amazing to watch their personalities develop. Leo became the fearless explorer, Mia the affectionate cuddler, and Max the playful mischief maker. While the kittens were thriving, Luna's recovery was slower. The vet had warned me that she was severely malnourished and needed time to regain her strength. I made sure she had plenty of nutritious food and fresh water, and I gave her supplements to help her heal. Over time, Luna's health improved. Her fur, once dull and matted, became soft and shiny. She gained weight and started to look like a healthy, happy cat. But the most remarkable change was in her demeanor. The fear and desperation I had seen in her eyes that first night were gone, replaced by trust and affection. Luna and I developed a special bond. She would greet me at the door whenever I came home, rubbing against my legs and purring loudly. At night, she would curl up beside me on the couch, her warmth a comforting presence. She had become more than just a pet. She was my companion, my friend. As the weeks went by, the kittens grew bigger and more independent. It was time to start thinking about finding them permanent homes. I knew I couldn't keep all 4 cats. My apartment was too small, and I didn't have the resources to care for them long term. But the thought of saying goodbye was heartbreaking. I started by reaching out to friends and family. I posted pictures and updates about the kittens on social media, hoping to find them loving homes. The response was overwhelming. So many people were touched by their story and wanted to help. The first to find a home was Mia. A close friend of mine had always wanted a cat, and she fell in love with Mia's sweet nature. It was hard to let her go, but I knew she would be well cared for. My friend sent me regular updates, and it was heartwarming to see Mia thriving in her new home. Next was Leo. A coworker of mine had been looking for a playful, adventurous cat, and Leo was the perfect match. I visited Leo a few weeks after he moved in, and it was amazing to see how much he had grown. He had become the king of his new home, exploring every nook and cranny with his usual curiosity. Max was the hardest to let go. He had always been the shyest of the three, and I worried about how he would adjust to a new environment. But a kind-hearted couple who had experience with rescue animals adopted him. They were patient and understanding, and they gave Max the time and space he needed to feel safe. Seeing him blossom in their care was incredibly rewarding. With the kittens gone, it was just Luna and me. I had grown so attached to her that I couldn't imagine my life without her. She had become my constant companion, always by my side, whether I was working, reading, or just relaxing. Luna had a calming presence that I didn't even realize I needed. After a long day at work, I would come home to her waiting at the door, her gentle purrs instantly lifting my spirits. She had a way of making even the most ordinary moments feel special. We developed a routine. Every morning she would wake me up by gently pawing at my face, demanding breakfast. After work, we would spend hours playing with her favorite toys, a feather wand and a crinkly ball. At night, she would curl up beside me on the couch, her warmth a comforting presence as we watched TV. This experience changed me in ways I never could have imagined. It taught me the importance of compassion and the power of small acts of kindness. It showed me that even the smallest creatures can have a profound impact on our lives. I also learned a lot about myself. I discovered a sense of responsibility and patience that I didn't know I had. I learned to put the needs of others before my own, and I found joy in caring for someone other than myself. But perhaps the most important lesson I learned was the value of connection. Luna and her kittens reminded me of the importance of forming meaningful relationships, whether with humans or animals. They showed me that love and trust can transcend species, and that the bonds we form can bring immense joy and fulfillment. As time went on, life with Luna became my new normal. She was no longer the scared, desperate cat I had found in the alley. She was a confident, loving companion who had brought so much meaning to my life. I often thought about that chilly autumn evening and how it had changed everything. If I had ignored Luna's cries, if I had walked away, I would have missed out on one of the most rewarding experiences of my life. It was a reminder that sometimes the most meaningful moments come when we least expect them. Luna and I continued to share our days together, creating new memories and deepening our bond. She had become more than just a pet. She was a part of my family, a source of comfort and joy. Looking back, I am filled with gratitude. Gratitude for the opportunity to make a difference, gratitude for the lessons learned, and gratitude for the love and joy that Luna and her kittens brought into my life. This journey was not without its challenges, but it was worth every moment. It taught me the importance of empathy, responsibility, and connection. It showed me that even the smallest acts of kindness can have a profound impact. And so, as I sit here now, with Luna purring softly beside me, I can't help but feel a sense of fulfillment. This experience has changed me in ways I never could have imagined, and I am forever grateful for the lessons it has taught me. The story of Luna and her kittens didn't just impact me. It also inspired those around me. Friends and family who had followed our journey began to take a greater interest in animal welfare. Some even adopted rescue animals of their own, inspired by the story of Luna and her kittens. I also became more involved in animal rescue efforts. I started volunteering at a local shelter, helping to care for abandoned and neglected animals. It was my way of giving back and honoring the lessons I had learned from Luna. This story is a testament to the power of hope and the resilience of life. Luna and her kittens were once vulnerable and alone, but with a little compassion and care, they were given a second chance. Their journey is a reminder that no matter how difficult life may seem, there is always hope for a brighter future. It is also a call to action. There are countless animals out there who are in need of help, and each one of us has the power to make a difference. Whether it's adopting a rescue animal, volunteering at a shelter, or simply showing kindness to a stray, every act of compassion matters. The story of Luna and her kittens is one that will stay with me forever. It is a story of love, hope, and the incredible impact that one act of kindness can have. It is a reminder that we all have the power to make a difference, no matter how small or insignificant it may seem. And so, as I look back on this journey, I am filled with gratitude. Gratitude for the opportunity to make a difference, gratitude for the lessons learned, and gratitude for the love and joy that Luna and her kittens brought into my life.